Hello there, a very warm welcome to you to the Hull Speedway Stadium and the very first television Speedway trophy. Before we go any further, let me tell you that this is what it's all about, this really magnificent trophy, and competing for this tonight 16 of the world's finest riders, among them names like Barry Briggs, Ollie Olsen and Peter Collins, the current golden boy of British Speedway. It's a very impressive lineup. Indeed, one promoter has already said this is a better lineup than that for the World Championship, and each of the 16 riders taking part tonight has been nominated by viewers of Yorkshire television. Well, it's a fine, dry, even sunny night here in Hull. The crowd is getting very large indeed. The atmosphere is one that's full of anticipation. So on now with the action in the first of 20 heats with commentary from Keith Macklin.
Barry Briggs in Heat 1, wearing red, 4 times world champion. On your right, Peter Collins, next to him, English international, Bobby Beaton of Hull and Scotland, and Phil Crump of Newport and Australia. Barry Briggs in red, Peter Collins in blue, Bobby Beaton white and Phil Crump in yellow and black as they line up at the tapes for Heat 1. Barry Briggs, 4 times world champion, suffering from a sick stomach, but he's turned out tonight not to disappoint the fans. And it's Briggs in a narrow lead in the first bend, but quickly overtaken by Peter Collins. Briggs and Phil Crump fighting it out, and it's Phil Crump who's gone in front. Phil Crump from Barry Briggs, and Peter Collins coming up strongly in 3rd place. Out of it at the moment is Bobby Beaton. Phil Crump from Newport in Australia, holding his lead from 4 times world champion Barry Briggs. Still Phil Crump, but Briggs is going after him on that bend. In 3rd place, Peter Collins. In 4th place, hanging on, Bobby Beaton. Still Phil Crump, chased by Barry Briggs, only half a wheel in it. Briggs trying to take Crump on that bend, and he's going to take him now. Barry Briggs hit the front, but Crump comes straight back with tremendous acceleration. What a race this! Briggs on the inside, Crump on the outside. Can Briggs hold him on the inside? It's Briggs from Crump. There's nothing in it at all, about half a length. Crump trying to come up with Briggs on it. Briggs, Crump, Collins and Beaton. Briggs now increasing his lead. Crump's out of it. Briggs has done it. This great veteran of 18 World Championships now coasting in. With Crump second, the positions: Briggs, Crump, Collins and Beaton. So first takes in Heat 2 with Bob Valentine, Sheffield and Australia, the Northern Riders champion. The other riders in this heat, the local number 1, Hull's number 1, Jim Macmillan. Hull and Scotland will be in red. Eric Bucock, Halifax, the British champion, who will be in blue. And Martin Ashby, Swindon and England in yellow and black. And away they go. And it's a local favourite, Jim Macmillan, who goes into lead in the first bend. It's quite a good lead. But he's been chased by Eric Bucock. Eric Bucock, of course, riding with a plate in his arm and an injured toe. But at the moment, it's Jim Macmillan of Hull, the local boy, the local steering, holding the lead. Macmillan from Bucock with Valentine and Ashby trailing at the moment. It's between Jim Macmillan and Eric Bucock, and Bucock now going after Macmillan. It's a tidy lead, but it's not a winning one yet. Macmillan, Bucock after him. Jim Macmillan, Bucock narrowing the gap. But still Macmillan in the lead, going into the bend. Bucock trying to take him first on the inside, then on the outside. It's good riding on his home track by Macmillan. Macmillan knows every inch of this track, the Hull number 1, and he's riding it well. At the moment, Bob Valentine and Martin Ashby absolutely trailed off behind these two. Jim Macmillan and Eric Bucock, and nothing Bucock can do. Can pick anything up on Macmillan. This will be a popular win if Macmillan can hold out. It's Macmillan chased by Bucock, with Colin making last effort on the final bend. But there goes Macmillan riding into it, knows this track. Macmillan's going to hold him unless he comes off his bike, and he won't do that. It's Macmillan who has a very popular hold win. Eric Bucock in 3rd place, Bob Valentine 4th, Martin Ashby. And as the track is prepared for Heat 5, yet another blow for this big crowd here in the sun at Hull. Barry Briggs, after winning the opening heat, collapsed in the pits, and a doctor has ruled him out for the remainder of the meeting. And we must really pay tribute to Barry Briggs. He probably wasn't really fit to ride even in that first heat, and came out and, well, like the trooper he is, he won it. But we won't be seeing Barry Briggs anymore. A doctor has ruled him out, and his place in Heat 5 will be taken by Robbie Gardner of Hull. In heat 5. Without Berry Briggs, Robbie Gardner of Hull in blue, Scott Autry, winner of the last heat, Exeter and USA in red, Jim Macmillan in white, and John Louis in yellow and black. Well, Jim Macmillan from Hull won his heat, but the tapes have snarled everybody up. There they go. Coming out of the first bend, it's Scott Autry. Scott Autry has absolutely nothing in him. Just behind him, John Louis. And now in second place, Jim Macmillan. Robbie Gardner, one might expect from the least experienced rider, is trailed out back, but it's quite a scrap between Scott Autry. In second place, Jim Macmillan. In third place, John Louis. So it's again the American setting the pace, Scott Autry. Tailing him, the local hero, Jim Macmillan, having a real go, and the crowd begins to get up in its seats as Jim Macmillan goes after Scott Autry. He almost caught it then. It's going to be a real battle. Scott Autry from Mexico on an unfamiliar track. Jim Macmillan on his home track in second place. Autry, Macmillan. What a battle this is. On that bend, Macmillan tries to take him, but Autry just gets his wheel in front. About a length and a half in front. Macmillan making a tremendous effort on the straight as they go into the bend. It's Autry from Macmillan. Scott Autry, Jim Macmillan, and Autry's going to hold him off. Macmillan making a great effort, but Autry does it. Macmillan, and in third place, John Louis. In Heat 7, our one remaining world champion, Ole Olsen, in red. On the extreme right, Reg Wilson in blue, Eric Bucock, Halifax in white, and Bobby Beaton, Hull rider, in yellow and black. And it's the great day, the 71 world champion, Ole Olsen, who's taken the lead and goes skating up the straight. Behind him, Reg Wilson in blue. Bobby Beaton in yellow and black. At the moment, in fourth place is Eric Bucock. Olsen right at the front and building up quite a big lead from Reg Wilson. Reg Wilson, no relation to Ray, Reg of Sheffield in England. This is Ole Olsen. Not relinquishing 1 yard of his lead. Olsen from Wilson with Beaton in third place and Bucock a long way back in fourth place. 1 lap to go and it's Ole Olsen riding like a world champion to head off Reg Wilson, who's being chased by Bobby Beaton, the local rider, the Scot, and Beaton having a real joust with Wilson for second place, but it's going to be Ole Olsen, an easy win for first place, and it's just going to be Wilson beating Beaton for second and third, and Bucock fourth. In Heat 8, it'll be Ray Wilson, who's there already in white, Dag Lovas in yellow and black, and just coming up the tapes now will be Phil Crump in red and Martin Ashby in blue. There's the lineup. Crump, Ashby, Wilson and Lovas looking from right to left. It's the red helmet of Phil Crump which shows first. But he's pretty closely pursued by Dag Lovas from Norway and Martin Ashby. Very little in this. Bit of ground been lost by Ray Wilson, but still in the lead. It's Phil Crump. Phil Crump of Newport in Australia. From Dag Lovas, Martin Ashby and Ray Wilson in fourth place at the moment. Still Phil Crump, the young Aussie, but now a tremendous effort there by Dag Lovas to take him on the inside. Didn't quite work as Crump turned his wheel over, and it's still Crump holding it from Lovas, with Martin Ashby in third place. Ashby coming around wide and fast to try and get on contention, but he can't do it. It's Phil Crump at the moment. It's between Crump and Lovas. It's Australia versus Norway. Lovas making a great effort, but Crump really accelerating up the straight. Lovas going after him. It's going to depend on this bend. Lovas, his last great effort. Crump coming around after the last bend. Lovas making a terrific effort on the inside, but Crump will hold it. Crump, Lovas, and in third place Ashby. Fourth, Ray Wilson. In heat 9, no Barry Briggs, still in a collapsed state due to a stomach upset. In his place, Robbie Gardner of Hull. Also in this heat, Bob Valentine in red, Dag Lovas in blue, and Ole Olsen in yellow and black. Ole Olsen pretty keen. He got to the tapes some 2 minutes before everybody else, and they all got the warning signal. But it's Ole Olsen, the world champion in yellow and black, to watch in this. He's on the far side. And it's Olsen indeed who takes up the lead straight away from Robbie Gardner in white. Olsen, Gardner in third place. It's Dag Lovas in fourth place. Bob Valentine, and somebody pulled up there. No, Bob Valentine looking for a moment as if he's going to pull up and pull out of it. He had a bad corner, but it's still a pretty easy one for Ole Olsen. Ole Olsen's ahead by a street from the white helmet of Robbie Gardner. Young Gardner holding on well on this, his home track, coming in as reserve. For Barry Briggs is in second place at the moment, being pursued by Dag Lovas of Norway, who may well take him. But Gardner fighting bravely. It's going to be Olsen's race, no doubt about that. The real fight as Olsen comes home will be for second place. It'll be interesting to see if this boy Gardner can hold off Dag Lovas. She's going to do it. Olsen first, Gardner second, Lovas third, Valentine fourth. Well, in this heat number 10, the man to watch could be the local rider, Hull's number 1, Scot Jim Macmillan, who is on 5 points for 2 rides and rides in blue. Both Wilsons are in it, Ray Wilson in red, Reg Wilson in white, and Peter Collins in yellow and black. And the local favourite, Jim Macmillan, is back marker at the moment. The lead being contested by Peter Collins and Ray Wilson. It's Peter Collins out in front from Ray Wilson. In third place, it's Reg Wilson. In fourth place, a disappointment at the moment for Jim Macmillan, who was right in contention for the Yorkshire Television Trophy after his first 2 rides, but he's now in fourth place. Peter Collins of Bellevue in England in first place. Ray Wilson, the man behind him. Jim Macmillan's really trailed off now. A tremendous battle for first place now between Peter Collins and Ray Wilson. And not far behind them, Reg Wilson. But it's Collins just holding on from Ray Wilson. What a terrific battle this is. Ray Wilson having tremendous go on the inside, but Peter Collins holding it. Collins for Ray Wilson, nothing in it at all, so I think Collins is going to hold it. Collins first, Ray Wilson second, Red Wilson third, and Jim Macmillan fourth.
And so a very eventful first half then to this television Speedway Trophy. What bad luck for Barry Briggs, but he was saying to me before the start he felt very bad indeed. He had a very bad tummy upset. So 10 heats gone. Let's take a look now at the leaderboard. And out there in front, Ole Olsen from Denmark, the world champion in 71 on 8 points. Behind him, the golden boy, Peter Collins on 7. Scott Autry, the American, on 6. Jim Macmillan and Phil Crump on 5, Reg Wilson on 4, and behind them a whole gaggle of riders. So really, with 10 heats still to go, an awful lot can happen. It's going to be very close indeed. The action should be good, and you can see it in just a couple of minutes from now. Welcome back to Hull in the second half of this television Speedway Trophy. 10 heats have gone so far. Ole Olsen of Denmark is out in front on 8 points. 1 behind him, Peter Collins of Bellevue, and 1 behind him, Scott Autry of America. 10 heats still to come, and a lot of good action still to come. Let's get up with that action now with Heath Macklin.
And this Heat 14 could be one of the most vital heats of the evening here at Hull. It could well indeed decide this Yorkshire Television Championship when all the points are totted up, because in Heat 14 we have Peter Collins on 7, we have Scott Autry on 8 and Ole Olsen on 8. And making up the number, Martin Ashby, who's had a maximum here this season. He's in white. It's Peter Collins in red, Scott Autry in blue, Ole Olsen yellow and black. And off they go. And the first vital break by Ole Olsen in the yellow and black helmet. Just behind him, Peter Collins. Nothing in it between Collins and Autry at the moment. Collins now leaving Autry a bit, but it's Ole Olsen who's in the lead. Ole Olsen building up a nice lead. Peter Collins in second place. In third place, Scott Autry. In fourth place, Martin Ashby. But it's Ole Olsen burning up the track at the moment and building up a very comfortable lead. The other two have got to go after him if they're going to do anything. Ole Olsen holding it beautifully. Behind him is Peter Collins, but Peter Collins making no impression at all on the Great Dane. Really, Collins having his work cut out to keep Autry out of second place, and Ole Olsen almost effortlessly building up his lead. It's going to be Olsen with 1 lap to go, holding it. Martin Ashby trying to take Autry in third place as Olsen sews this up. In second place is Peter Collins at the moment. Autry's going after Collins, but it's going to be Olsen by a street. The battle really for second and third places. Olsen wins, Collins second, Autry third, and Ashby fourth. In Heat 17, it will be Robbie Gardner taking over from Barry Briggs in red, Martin Ashby in blue, Reg Wilson in white, and John Bolger in yellow and black. Only money in it now for these riders. Money and prestige. Gardner, Ashby, Wilson and Bolger. Pretty close into that bend. There's three of them together. You can hardly separate the three of them. And shooting ahead in the white helmet is Reg Wilson. Reg Wilson really went in between the red and blue helmets then of Robbie Gardner and Martin Ashby to hit the front. And it's still Reg Wilson. In second place is Martin Ashby. In third place, Robbie Gardner. And in fourth place, John Bolger. The battle at the moment between the white helmet of Reg Wilson and the blue helmet just behind him of Martin Ashby. Absolutely nothing in it. Ashby trying to take him on the inside. Almost did it on that bend, but an acceleration up the straight by Wilson. And now then Ashby trying again. Ashby trying to bite him on the bend. It's still Reg Wilson by just about a wheel, half a wheel. Ashby again on the inside. A terrific, he may have done it this time. Ashby on, but then a terrific burst of acceleration by Reg Wilson. What a battle. Again, Ashby trying to take him on the inside. Wilson taking the outside route, and the acceleration doing it. Who's got it? Could be half a wheel in this. Yes, it's Ashby who does it right on the last bend, right on the line. And because the shades of night are falling pretty fast now, no need to adjust your sets at all. We're taking the remaining races in monochrome, or if you prefer it, black and white. And we're up to Heat 18 with John Louis in what was red, Peter Collins blue, Eric Bucock white, and Dag Lovas in yellow and black. Heat 18. Watch Peter Collins in blue in this one. And indeed it is Collins who hits the front. Collins, who only has the slimmest of chances of catching Olsen or Crump, but nevertheless can finish pretty high in the placings, is in front with the blue helmet. Peter Collins, Bellevue and England. Just behind him in white, Eric Bucock. In third place, John Louis. In fourth place, Dag Lovas. But it's still Peter Collins. Peter Collins being chased by Eric Bucock. Bucock certainly giving Collins a race, and not far behind in third place is John Louis. Collins, Bucock and Louis, the only men really involved in this, but now a terrific battle now developing with Louis. Louis taken over from Bucock in second place, and Louis is going after the leader. Peter Collins, the man with 1 lap to go, wants these 3 points, and he's holding it, but only just from John Louis. John Louis, the man who so tragically got a wheel wobble in his last race when he was out in front. But Louis now going really after Collins. Collins is going to have to push it to hold on. He'll probably do so. It's Collins from Louis at the moment. Louis going on the inside tremendously, but Collins will jump to it. Collins from Louis. And in 3rd place, Eric Bucock. Heat 19, important for Scott Autry, Exeter and the USA in white. He can also finish on 12 points. Scott Autry there was so keen that he nudged his wheel forward and he got in front on the bend. And it's Scott Autry chasing 12 points, who is in front of the field at the moment, but not by much. Bobby Beaton of Hull is in 2nd place. In 3rd place is Ray Wilson, and in 4th place Bob Valentine. But still, it's Scott Autry, the holder of the track record here, who's in front. He's being chased by Bobby Beaton of Hull Vikings in Scotland, and Beaton has picked up a length or 2 on Autry, but it's still Autry in front. With, in 3rd place, Ray Wilson, but still Scott Autry from Bobby Beaton. Ray Wilson 3rd, and out of it now is Bob Valentine, who's retired. So it's a race between these 3, and with 1 lap to go, it's Scott Autry who's going to put pressure on the leaders. If he can hold off the challenge of Bobby Beaton, and it seems likely, Scott Autry from Bobby Beaton, with Ray Wilson 3rd, and I think that's going to be the order in which they'll finish. Autry, Beaton, Wilson. Well, this trophy event could hardly have finished on a more exciting note had it been stage managed to do so, because in this 20th and final heat we have Ole Olsen, the Great Dane, with 11 points, Phil Crump, the Australian, on 11, and already we have Scott Autry and Peter Collins on 12. So it's Ole Olsen who'll be in white, or Phil Crump who'll be in yellow and black for the Yorkshire Television Trophy, provided disaster doesn't overtake them. Of course, if one of them finishes 3rd and one of them finishes 4th, then there'll be a runoff. But watch the white helmet of Olsen and the yellow and black one of Crump. And there's the first 4. Oh, my word! The tape's broken by Olsen. Now, what happens now? Well, that's incredible. The thrills pile up, because it looks as if Ole Olsen will concede a 20-yard handicap for breaking the tapes. So Ole Olsen, if he's going to win this trophy, is going to have to make 20 yards up on the rest of the field. And Phil Crump in the yellow and black helmet must be a happy man now. No rider likes to win that way, but he'll feel a lot easier with Olsen starting 20 yards behind him. The other riders, Jim Macmillan of Hull in red, and Mitch Graham, the reserve. Both the reserve tonight done extremely well, coming in late for 2 world champions. Mitch Graham's one of them. He's in blue, but I think I'm not being unkind to them when I say that really all eyes will be on Olsen in white and Phil Crump in yellow and black, but the odds must be on Crump in the yellow and black helmet, because Ole Olsen is being told to get back, and every yard must be an individual agony for Ole Olsen, because he's got all that to make up. And if Olsen wins this, regarded as a minor miracle of Speedway, the odds against him, away they go. And Ole Olsen's already chasing them. Already chasing them on the outside. He's gained about 15 yards. He's already in 3rd place. Phil Crump in 2nd place. In 1st place at the moment, the local rider Jim Macmillan, but Olsen's in contention after that 20-yard penalty. And it's Crump in the front. Crump in the front now for Macmillan, with Olsen in 3rd place, but not too far behind if the others slip up. And again, it's Macmillan in the front. What a race! Olsen going after him like a demon. Olsen determined to make it up. What a battle in this 20th and final heat. At the moment, it's Jim Macmillan holding off Phil Crump, and Ole Olsen going like a rocket. In 3rd place, he's just behind Crump. He's only a length behind him. He could well take... No, Crump accelerating up the straight. This could well be Jim Macmillan's race, but the race is really on between number 2 and number 3 at the moment. The white helmet of Ole Olsen and the yellow and black. And Crump looking over his shoulder to see what Olsen is. If Phil Crump is his 2nd, he wins. Ole Olsen's going after him, though. What a battle. He's going to be decided on the last 2 bends. Look at Olsen go. The crowd's behind Olsen. It's Crump from Olsen. Olsen on the inside. Can he do it on the line? Macmillan wins, but it's 2nd and 3rd that matters. And it's Crump with Olsen. But what a fight by Olsen.
Well, you can't ask for a more dramatic finish than that. And with me now, the happiest man in Hull tonight, the winner of this television trophy, Phil Crump. Phil, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Could you have imagined a more exciting finish than that one?
Not really. It was just a bit of luck and a bit of bad luck. I didn't really expect to win it tonight, but anyway, that's how it goes.
And what sort of pressure was Ollie Olsen putting on you in that, especially in the last lap?
Well, I was waiting for him to come past, but oh well, that's just how Speedway goes, I suppose.
Just been talking to Barry Briggs, and he calls you the best Australian in the country at the moment and a future world champion. What do you say to that?
Well, I hope he's right, but there's a long way to go yet.
What are your immediate plans?
Just try and get better.
And your reactions on winning this television trophy?
Well, I'm very pleased to be able to win the first one. I hope I can come back next year and win it again. But
well, let me now present it to you. Phil Crump, many congratulations.
Thanks very much.
And on that very happy note, goodbye to you from Hull.